Hey guys, it's Micah from Sapulpa Times.
And Lucy with the City of Sapulpa.
Welcome back.
Thank
Glad
you.
To have you. Glad to have her back. She's got a drink handy because I guess she's still got the scratchy throat thing going on.
Yeah, sometimes if it gets dry, then I'll cough.
Yep.
So I'll try to cough the other way,
Yep.
not on my microphone.
Okay. Thanks for that. But it's funny because she was just talking about how I need to talk louder now because her ears are stopped up with what she's been going through. It's like, yeah, now you know how it feels.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
my
talk
ears-
pretty loud for you.
No, you do, but I think you had to work your way to that. I don't think you did that.
No,
in
I
the
didn't.
beginning.
That was one thing that we always got told is that I have a soft voice.
Oh, really? So we're just a natural. You had to speak up for everybody then, not just me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I do. I have a softer voice.
Okay. We have got quite a bit to talk about today. I'm pretty excited about all this stuff we got. Some of this stuff is hilarious. First things first, though, it is Free Coffee Friday, and in fact, it is almost over. It's about 15 minutes left on it, so you can still get down there if you want to do that. Today is sponsored by Route 66 HVAC, right?
Correct.
Okay, so get down to CTS Coffee at 114 East Dewey, get yourself a free drip coffee or discounted specialty coffee, or essentially $3 off of whatever they've got in the store. What do you think of CTX now that Sarah's in there and like changing things up? Have you seen all the new
I
decor and
have.
everything?
I think it's fantastic. I love the new coffee mugs that she brought in and the way she changed the logo just a little bit.
And now she's got it up on the wall.
She got it up on the wall. She had it out on the sidewalk last night
Oh, really?
for the event. I think she's doing a lot of great things, changing up the coffee. Now, I'm not a real like frou-frou coffee drinker, so I don't like the cherry or the strawberries and all that stuff. But I think it's a really good thing that she's doing because I know there's a lot of people that like their creams and flavors in their coffee. So you can't really get that anywhere else. So to be different and bring that to town, I think it's awesome. I love that she has already become like a game player. Like she already was a part of last night's event.
Mm-hmm.
She's brought in a florist. She's working on like Valentine's giveaways. So you can come in and get your sweetheart some flowers and coffee and coffee mug and stuff like that. So I think that she is bringing a fantastic women's loving touch to that coffee shop. And I really think that she's reviving it.
Yeah, very much so. It seems like we're getting even bigger Free Coffee Friday crowds coming in now, and bigger crowds are coming around more often. Also, I'm noticing a lot of people actually coming here from Sand Springs because that's where she's from, and so she's bringing in her friends from there and from college and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome. So hopefully, keep the good times going with that because that was a lot of fun. So Galentine, that's actually why we're sitting here in front of the all the pink, which you know.
It was so much fun. For the part that I got to be a part of, I came down for just a little bit, but since I didn't feel good, the cold weather did definitely send me back home early. But shout out to Main Street. She put together a phenomenal event. There were so many participants downtown as well as like the different merchants that participated. So I think she said that she sold like 80 kits. So that means we had 80 people down here shopping and eating.
Yeah, Jordan made it sound like he was doing more than that. She said maybe 100 because over at the brewery they didn't have any seats left for the live music that they were doing there.
And they didn't check in. They just went and hung out in downtown. So,
It's awesome.
wow, yeah.
It's really fantastic. So, guys, we told you that when the construction started and everything, we were going to have to be intentional about supporting these shops. I think we're off to a great start. Construction hadn't started yet, but you know, Valentine's Day is kind of one of those. Not real sure how well it's going to go for downtown. So this program they put together, I think worked out really well. And of course, we got Cindy and the rest of Main Street and everybody to thank for that. So it was awesome. Keep it going, guys. We're off to a great start so far this year, I think.
I think so. And if you want to be a part of supporting our downtown businesses and fun events like Galentine's last night, which if you're a wine drinker, there was wine in some of the stores. And if you like snacks and treats, there was definitely some treats in some of the stores. We had goodie bags that were given away, huge discounts on a lot of things. So go to Main Street's Facebook page and check out their upcoming event. I know they have another big one coming up in March.
Okay, so speaking of new features that are coming to different stores in town, I want to talk about, we just found out, and maybe you've known about this, I just found it out a couple of days ago, about Birch Designs opening up over at Isabella. Did you see that?
I did see that, and I was in there yesterday actually picking up this sweater and a couple more, and the stuff is so cute.
I mean, I will say that what they were selling is not like necessarily my kind of aesthetic, but I can see the appeal that it has.
Yeah.
And they were probably one of my favorite pop-ups that we had at the Christmas shoot.
Yeah.
And so I think it's fantastic because people we go to these pop-ups and we love them, and we would love for them to maybe open a store here at Sapulpa, but a lot of them, they do shows, that's what they do. And so the fact that we now have one of our pop-ups here in Isabella's is awesome.
Yeah.
I think so. So be sure to go and support them. So they got that going on. The other thing that we mentioned, I posted it to the Facebook page earlier this week. So Caring Community Friends has started this new thing called Fresh Pass. Have you seen this? It's like it looks almost like the self-serve, the self-serve checkout or whatever at Resource or something, because it looks like a general store market. You walk in there and they've got like baskets of fresh fruit and stuff like that. And so if you're someone who takes advantage of the Caring Community Friend with their food pantry or any of their other services that they provide, they have this out there now.
Okay.
And so I would just say go check out the Facebook post that we put out about it, because I don't know anything as far as like if it's certain times or anything, but the pictures look really cute. And it's just neat that something like this is getting this kind of a treatment, I think. Because I think a lot of times with the food pantry or like, food banks and things like that, they don't, not to say they don't put a lot of effort into it, but it's like you don't get the same experience as you would get going to a regular grocery store.
Right.
And this is kind of like bridging that gap, I think.
Well, and I think it is super beneficial because some of those other food pantries, they just give out a bag of stuff. You don't know what's in there, what it is, and it may be something that you're allergic to or you can't eat, or I know a lot of times they give out pasta. Some people can't eat pasta, and while you may love fruit, you can't eat a banana. So if you've got a banana in your bag, it could potentially ruin everything in the bag for you if it touched all your other fruit. So it's a great way to go in and get what you want and what you can eat and actually use that.
And it's healthy options, it's not like ding dongs necessarily. So, I mean, if they have those, I'm not going to turn them away. I mean, give me some ding dongs.
They have some huge heart Valentine's Day ding dongs.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm.
Ding dongs for all.
I don't know if they're at the food pantry, but they were at Resource the other day.
Giant heart ding dongs?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to
And I was walking through
check
Resource
that
and I
out.
was like, look at the ding dongs! And then I realized what I said. Yeah, it was great.
That's going to be a YouTube clip right there, y'all. Look at the ding dongs.
Yeah, it was great. And that was when I had no voice, so it was probably
You're
even
saying
better.
it like this Casino Lucy over here. Look at the ding dongs.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it was great.
Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, okay, big kudos. The other day I gave a shout out to Alex Long over at the Dancing Skeleton Meadery because they were featured in Tulsa People, and now we have another local business that's been featured in Route magazine, or Root magazine, however you want to say that. But Gasoline Alley Classics has been featured in that magazine now. I thought that was pretty neat.
That's
Have you,
awesome.
have you seen their story yet?
I haven't seen their story, but I was just actually talking to Jordan about it yesterday. At the city, we actually get that magazine.
Oh, you do?
And so we had been talking about, all the towns that are in the magazine, and Sapulpa didn't have a place in it at all.
Right.
And so, as a tourism committee, we were talking about it, and so to see Gasoline Alley actually get featured and put in there, they're the only ones from Sapulpa that are even in there, so that's fantastic.
It is, and we've got a few options that would be good to be in that magazine, but I think Gasoline Alley is definitely top 3.
Oh yeah.
Maybe the TP would be another one, and I can't even think of a third one, but Gasoline Alley has to be there. They do so much to draw tourism here.
Oh yeah.
From the moment they opened their doors, they were bringing in people from all around, so.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So congratulations, guys, for that. I'm going to actually have to go check out and see if they have some copies of that magazine at their store.
I think they had a couple. They were taking some pictures. It was
Okay.
cute.
Yeah, we got to do that. But if you're looking for it, I know you can find the magazines at Barnes & Noble.
Yes.
I know they sell them there. And they're probably different places all along Route 66, so you might be able to find one there. But congratulations for that, guys. Okay, the next thing is this Kellyville man who got recognized as the Veteran of the Year. Did you see the story that we put out? recently?
Mhm.
Do you know this guy? Do you know the family probably?
I don't.
The Cornelius family? Okay, do you know Wendy, who runs Mulway
Yes.
Magpie? It's her father-in-law.
Oh, okay.
So this is great because it has like connection back to Sapulpa as
Yeah.
well. So the Cornelius family, if you've never met them, this is like, I don't know of another family in Sapulpa that is more gung-ho die-hard about the military.
Mhm.
It is like, he's in the military, his sons went to the military, they married in the military family.
Which makes total sense as to why she's so passionate about her flag art.
Yep.
Yeah.
She is, and it was awesome. But anyway, her father-in-law, Randall Cornelius, was voted or recognized. I don't know if it was a voting process or a committee or however it worked, but the Veteran of the Year for 2024 over at the state capitol. So we put out a story about that. And this guy was awesome. I mean, it talked about how he went into Vietnam and everything, and I mean, he's
awesome.
the real deal.
Yeah.
It was really cool. So be sure to go check out that story. Congratulations to Randall. And very happy that we have all of your family. A lot of those guys live here in Sapulpa. A couple of them, Wendy and her husband are my neighbors pretty much. They live around the corner from
Oh,
me.
do they?
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. Great, glad they're here. And just a very small sneak peek here. There is something new that's happening at that building that she is in that I'm going to go see this weekend, and then hopefully we'll be able to get a story out about it really soon. We'll be able to talk to you guys about that pretty soon as well. So
I think I know what you're talking about.
you probably did.
Okay.
You probably knew before I did. So anyway, stay tuned on that. Okay, now let's talk about. Every once in a while, guys, we get a story that comes across our desk, and we have to write about it. And it's just so ridiculous, I think. And of course, it's a story that's going to get a lot of clickbait and a lot of clicks and likes and stuff and shares. And of course, it did. And this person, could use a different name there, but I won't, that decided that it was a good idea to go shoot his gun in the bathroom of the rib crib.
Yeah. When I read that story, you think people make dumb decisions and people do dumb things, and like the first thing when I read that story, the first thing I said was, he's not even old enough to have a gun. Not even processing or thinking about the fact that he was also drinking.
Yep, and not old enough to drink.
Right.
Right.
But
Dude,
that's
18.
what's crazy is that part didn't stand out to me because it happens so often.
That's true. That's
So,
unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate that, so he got in trouble. Let's hope that
He did. So
it never happens.
if you haven't seen the story yet, it's on sapulpatimes.com if you want to go read it. But I'll just give you the gist of it. This guy basically went into the bathroom at Rib Crib, and this happened a couple of weeks ago. So it wasn't like yesterday. But we just found out about it because he was arrested for it, and that's how I found out. Is, I get the arrest logs and I look at it, and we've got a guy who looks very young, and he's been arrested on gun charges and discharging a firearm in a public place. And so I wanted to see that, and found out the story on it. Decided it'd be a good idea to go into the bathroom at Rib Crib and shoot the mirror for some reason. And so my first thought is like, what does Rib Crib do to you, man? That you're you're shooting the mirror in there. I don't know if someone on the comments, I think, said that the ribs are too dry or something, and that must be why he would do it. But I don't know. I mean,
I will say I went in there before, like dead set. I'm not hating on Rib Crib but I went in there like dead set, like I'm gonna get a baked potato.
Yeah.
And then I order my food, and then she's like, "Oh, we're out of baked potatoes."
Because everybody else wanted one. Yeah.
Exactly. So
I think what this is, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but this is the guy who was so upset about Boss Hog closing that no other barbecue restaurant in town can handle it, and so that's why he. No, that's not why. He's not related to Boss Hog at all, as far as I know. It's fine.
Don't start any
so
rumors.
He's real upset about that, apparently. Anyway.
Goodness.
Oh my gosh. But dude, come on. And you know what the thing is that this guy turned 18 in November. If this had happened like 3 months ago, we wouldn't know about it because he'd be a minor.
Yeah.
But, welcome to adulthood, dude.
Well, let's hope that he gets.
Play stupid games and win stupid prizes, 100%.
Let's just hope it changes him.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Learn from this lesson, bro, for sure. And then hopefully that'll be the worst we ever hear about him, and then we can laugh about it. But
Yeah.
grateful nobody was hurt, nobody was injured, and all things considered, it went pretty okay. And then, he'll learn from that mistake. So that was that. And then that leads me to the next thing, which is if you are interested in being involved in situations like this, the police department is hiring, aren't they?
Oh, yes, they are. And if you don't know if you want to be a police officer, but you want to know, you want a sneak peek of what it's like, you can go online and register for their Citizens Academy. So you can kind of see what that's about.
Yes.
Before you dive head first. But if you have any interest in being a police officer, please reach out. We are hiring.
Yeah. The Citizens Academy, I actually have yet to go through that. I've been asked to go twice. I will say it's a time commitment. That's been part of the problem why I can't do it. But I'll do it eventually. I mean, I'm going to have to. They really encourage people to do that because it actually makes you a better citizen in the situation where the police would be needed.
Right.
It's like they teach you how to watch for things and look out for things to be a better service to the police when they show up. So
Right.
a car accident happens, some sort of emergency happens, and you're actually an asset to the situation instead of just a freaked out witness.
Yeah.
Or something. So highly recommend you guys check that out. And it's completely free to do that, right? It is, right?
I have no
It's
idea.
free.
I don't
I
have
think
any
it's free, yeah. It might not be. It is.
It's not super costly. I'll say that.
Right,
It's
it's not.
decent price.
But it is like a 14 or 16 week or 9 week, something like that, multiple week
Yeah,
program.
it's like every Thursday.
Every Thursday, yeah,
Mhm.
for a few hours on Thursday. So, what's funny is you would think people would be like, oh man, I don't want to go spend 3 hours every Thursday, sitting in a classroom learning about cop stuff or something. And then everybody I have talked to has said that they always felt like the time that they spent in there wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Like they really wanted to do more of it.
And you're not
it
really
was
sitting
so
in a
interactive.
classroom.
Yeah, you're
There's
not.
a
You're out
lot of
doing stuff.
hands-on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, highly recommend you guys go to the Citizens Academy. And if you're really serious about it, go apply to be an officer at Sapulpa Police Station. And maybe you could be the one stopping the next 18-year-old goofball from doing things that he'll regret. So, all right, that is it for the newsy news. I do have a joke today.
Me too.
You do?
I do.
Yay! All right, bring
I'm
Lucy back in the right way,
'Kay.
people. This is awesome. All right, I'm going to tell mine first.
Okay.
And this is appropriate since we're sitting in front of all the lovey-dovey stuff here. But,
Okay.
my wife and I have been married for 20 years now. And, the relationship, the spark, it gets stale from time to time. And she told me to, she said, babe, why don't you ever treat me, like when we go on our dates, how come you don't treat me like when we were first dating? And I felt convicted about that, I really did. So I was like, all right, so I did. So I took her to the movies, I took her to dinner, and then I dropped her off at her parents' house. Careful what you wish for, babe. It was great, it's a good time.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What is blue and doesn't weigh very much?
I know the answer to this. It's light blue.
Yeah.
Light blue. You bring the best jokes, man. They're great. And I like it that my dumb brain can usually guess them. That's awesome. So, all right, guys, you know what to do in the comments. Let us know who had the best joke of the day. Thanks for tuning into the Timeloop Live. We appreciate it. We will see you guys on Monday where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.